Hi everyone, welcome back to part 19 of my TemTem playthrough. In the last episode, due to some kind of misunderstanding, we were actually arrested. Apparently, someone has been using our name and trying to destroy the mines in Tukma, which is pretty bad. We also were able to escape from the prison mainly because of one night Matthew, who bravely came to our rescue. We also ran into the mines. Unfortunately, since I didn't have any temtems, I did have to kind of borrow a couple of them from an old man who was willing to help us. This was mainly because of the stowaway that we did see in the airship. Pretty fun. We also explored the whole mines and did reach the city Quetzal at the end of the episode. After talking to the stowaway for a second time, he did tell us that we have to go ahead and challenge the Dojo master. I guess plead our case to her and show her that we are innocent and see how that goes. Hopefully, she'll be able to actually help us with this issue. Also, by the way, the name of this town is actually Quetzal. I'm hoping that the pronunciation is actually right. If not, let me know in the comment section. We don't really get to explore much in the city right now as everyone thinks that we are some kind of troublemaker. Huh. Did I just see myself running away? Seems that person is the one that has been causing all the trouble and not us. Alright, here is our map for the town itself. There are quite a few question marks, but none of them that we can actually address right now. This is mainly because of the fugitive that is actually running around. Hopefully we'll be able to catch her and resolve this issue. But of course, our only task right now is to go ahead and head out to the dojo, which is at the topmost part of the town, and then try to defeat her. This dojo is going to be a bit more trickier. There is one place that we can although go to, that is actually the trading house. We have seen one back in Dennis. Unfortunately, there it was really not working. Apparently, they had some kind of server issue. Thankfully, here the server is working, so we are able to register ourselves. This means I'll be able to go ahead and trade my temtems. Pretty helpful, especially if you want to get some temtems that are not accessible in the first few regions. You can definitely go ahead and either bid or buy them out. I would recommend not buying them out because unless you have enough money, buying them out is kind of risky. But either way, offline I did go ahead and place some bids. Hopefully I'll be able to get some of them. I'm also just exploring the town itself to find some hidden stickers. In this case, I think we do find a couple of them. I did miss one of them right next to the healing center. That's alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick it up at some other point. Now, if your temtems are really not around level 46 to 50, I would recommend going back and training them up. I believe in the last episode I did mention about leaving out the optional trainers, and this is the main reason why. It makes it so much easier now that you have the access to your temtems to go back and train against those trainers. In my case, thankfully my temtems are at level 46. And we do have a couple of tamers inside the dojo itself whom I think I'll be able to battle and level up my temtems a bit more. Now this dojo master, without surprise, is actually having a lot of crystal type temtems in their team. So if you do have a fire type temtem or maybe a water type or earth type, I think it will be much helpful. The trickier part of this dojo is the quiz right here. As you can see, we have to go through two different pathways and each of them do go to different sides. There are a lot of different ways you could actually just get sent back to your original position like I am here, but that's alright. Even though this is quite a maze, I think it will be pretty fun. Here we have our first tamer. As far as the tamer list goes, I believe we'll have around 5 more left, and all of them do have pretty strong TemTems. As you can see, this tamer has level 46 TemTems, which is around the same level mine are. Hopefully I do not struggle too much, considering the fact that we have a lot of different puzzles to kind of go through, and each of them are actually timed. As you might have seen, the bouncy things, they do bounce you back to where you were. So definitely you do have to time it just right to get across. We also have a lot of items in here. I believe once you do get the crystal skates, you can just come back and get those items. But if you're more interested in getting those items right now, you would have to follow through a certain path. I'm definitely going to go ahead and show that path to you all as well. Alright, seems like my dental actually went down. Let's see. Alright, that is pretty good. I mean, Anatan just got all of the experience from that and grew 2 levels more, which is pretty cool. But I really want to share this experience with all the other team members, so I might have to kind of shift it around. There we go. Alright, now I accidentally did go the wrong way. I think as far as the item goes, you don't really have to go through it right now. Right here I went through the wrong path, but that's still alright, as you'll be able to kind of go ahead and head back. Here we also have another tamer. Alright, the right pathway is actually to go north, but right now I haven't really gone north. There are a couple of items you'll be only able to get in these pathways, so let me go ahead and get those items. Ooh, that is pretty sad. I think I missed this one. Or it might just be that it has the opening in the other side, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try my best. If I do manage to time it right, there we go. We are able to get 3 different items. Pretty cool. There are other blocks of crystals just like this, where you'll be able to find some other items. As always, you definitely have to time it right, which I am definitely failing quite miserably. But that's alright. There we go. Once we do go across, it seems that I have to time it once more to go up forward. There we go. We are at the edge. I believe this is kind of the dead end, so I can definitely go ahead and go back after this. Now, if you do not want to take this much stress and try to kind of find all of the items or all of the tamers, you can just go ahead and go through the pathway that just reaches to the center. I mean, once you do get the crystal skates, you can definitely come back for the items as well as the tamers. This is actually a really good difference that I actually liked between the Pokemon games and TemTem. In Pokemon games, once you do defeat the gym leader, you'll not be able to battle any of the trainers in that gym. But unlike that, here in TemTem, you'll actually be able to battle all of these tamers once you have defeated the Dojo master. So if you're finding it too much of a trouble to kind of go around most of these tamers, or most of these puzzles, I would definitely recommend just going ahead and skipping them out. In my case, the only reason I am actually training them up is mostly because I just want to go ahead and level up my TemTems. I think that will be quite helpful for me. Alright, I guess that's all for now on this side of the dojo. Ooh, never mind, that was the wrong way to go. Going this side, we come back. There's still one item that I did miss. I'm hoping to kind of go ahead and get this item. I'm really not sure how I would have to time it, because I'm really not able to see it turn around. Alright, took me some time, but I was finally able to go ahead and get this item, which is pretty good. Now that all of the items are taken from this side, let me quickly go back down on the second side. I believe this is where we had started, but ended up in the wrong path. The only issue is that unfortunately you'll not be able to see the whole map, so you kind of have to guess your way through this. Alright, I think this is the right way, and there we go. So the middle pathway is where I had missed the last time, but this time I was able to kind of go through it. Here we have our third tamer, and this one also has around level 46. Alright, any tamer that has 2 TemTems have level 46. In this case, Madrid is a bit tougher. Hopefully I'll be able to take it down. At this point I really don't have the TemTem that I need, which is tented up in front here. So what I was kind of contemplating on using Revive. But let's see how we can actually take these two down. Unfortunately, Electrical Storm is really not helpful in this case, as Madrid is not really affected by it. But I'm hoping that my Saku here can actually pull the weight. Unfortunately, it seems that it is getting targeted pretty badly. For the next turn, I'm just going to try and take down Madrid. Ooh, alright. Ninja Jujutsu is actually a pretty tricky move, and I believe it actually activates only after 4 turns, which is surprising to see. I believe one of my own TemTem has this move. Unfortunately, I never have used it. Probably it is Saipat. Either way, at this point, unfortunately, Kazuma did go down, but I was able to bring in Tentel. Hopefully, it does get the experience for this battle. There we go, at least Crunch is down. Saku did take a rest for 1 turn, and Madrid goes down as well. Pretty good. Right, that was a tough battle. I definitely have to heal up my TemTems after this. Half of my team is destroyed. Let me quickly go ahead and actually heal up my TemTems. I'm actually worried that I might have to backtrack everything after defeating all of these trainers and then go through these puzzles once more to go to the end. I guess that is one of the disadvantages in this situation. Either way, I did revive all of my TemTems. I'm just looking at the different pathways that we do have, wondering which one would actually go to the right way. Maybe not that one. Maybe this one. Alright. It did send us forward, so I guess this one was the right pathway. We have 2 more tamers here, and they also have a couple of TemTems to defeat. Ooh, 4 of them. That is at least good. Let's see how this goes. The only issue here is that my TemTems are in half health. So it's pretty easy for my TemTems to actually go down if they do think of, I guess, teaming up against one of my TemTems. But thankfully, there goes down the first TemTem. And as for Saipat, it goes down in this turn as well, which is pretty good. 2 more left. Unfortunately, Saku did go down as well. But at least Gazuma was able to level up. I believe Gazuma was the lowest level TemTem I had. This actually reminds me, at some point I will actually switch out Gazuma. I mean, I already have event type TemTem, which is Saku. And as for electric type TemTem, I think I'll be able to find a better one than this. Alright, let's see how we can actually take these guys down. There we go. An electric storm, and both of them go down. Pretty good. This was a bit of an easier battle. Let's move on forward. We still have a couple of more pathways that we can actually take. 2 more right here. Going forward, going straight in this case, I went ahead and got one of the items. There are still a couple of items up in front if you can see them over there. Hopefully I'll be able to pick them up as well. Although I must say I have no idea how to get to those items. Ooh. Oh. I might have made a mistake. This trainer actually has Luma TemTems, which is super powerful. I mean, the colors are different as well, and I really like the colorings. Unfortunately, they are at level 47, which is pretty bad. I might have to, I guess, heal up my TemTems at this point. Let me quickly use a Balm Plus. Thankfully, I do have around 17 Balm Pluses, which is pretty helpful. Unfortunately, that heal was for nothing, and it seems that both of my TemTems are going down in this turn. Ooh. This is a tough battle. Hopefully I'll be able to revive one of my TemTems. In this case, I would definitely recommend skipping this trainer for now. Unless of course you have a fully healed team, which I did not. Thankfully I did have Hocus here, who was kind of a distraction. Hopefully this will actually help. No, my inside pad goes down as well. The only way those two TemTems are actually taking some kind of damage is mostly because of the fact that they are kind of losing their stamina. Alright, there we go. That was a pretty bad hit, but we did survive. And we took down the Momo, which is pretty good. Focus got a bunch of levels, which is pretty nice. Although I was really not hoping for it. I mean, this is just a waste of experience at this point. That's alright. Let's just try this. Thankfully, Hocus does go down in the next turn. As for Platimos, it goes down as well. By the way, Platimos is a really cool TemTem. It is part water and toxic and is really helpful. I believe I had one in my team before and it was one of the strongest TemTems at this point. Unfortunately, I am forced to go back and heal up my team. Right. I decided to just go ahead and get the items before I went. There we go. That was perfect timing, and here are the two items. Both of them are DNA strands for breeding your TemTems. I don't think I'll be able to go forward from here. So for now, let me go back. Ooh, right. There we go. That I think is the right path. Now you have to time it right and you're able to kind of go ahead and go across. There we go. I believe we have already picked out all of the items that were available in this particular dojo. So for now, the only thing that I'll do is go ahead and get my TemTems healed up and ready for the dojo battle. Well, I am back and here is my team for the dojo battle. I did decide to finally go ahead and add Leolai into my team just for this battle to kind of fill up the 6th space. I'm pretty scared. To be honest, I'm really not sure if I'm ready for this battle yet. If we do lose, I'll go back and level up my TemTems a few more levels. But here is Yarini. And she starts up with a mix as well as a new TemTem that we are seeing for the first time. Alright, Warrend, which is actually the evolution of a TemTem that we have seen before. Pretty nice. Now I did decide to go with Saku as most of these TemTems are actually weak to wind type moves. And with Saku's special ability, which is Air Specialist, I'm able to do way more damage with wind type moves, so this is quite helpful. I also decided with Anatan as most of these are crystal TemTems and crystal TemTems are actually pretty weak to fire type moves. There we go, that takes down Mix. As for Whirlwind, I think we'll be able to take it down in the next turn. Next is Madrid. I decided to switch out into Saipat. And as for my Saku, I decided to go ahead and heal it up. I definitely needed to be alive for a couple more TemTems before it does go down. There we go. Saipat was able to take it pretty well. For the next turn, I did go with Tsunami and Noxious Bomb. Really not worried about Saku here, but Saipat almost went down. Thankfully, it did survive with a couple of HP and was able to do pretty good damage. Golden goes down as well. As for Saipat, that was pretty bad. I wish I had went with another move. Here we see another new TemTem that is an evolution of the one we have found before. I did decide to go ahead and heal up Saipat a bit more, but I'm really not sure if it will survive. At least it was faster enough to take down the Madrid, which is pretty good. Right. We have, I believe, one more TemTem left after this one. For Gazuma though, I think I might have to switch my TemTems. But since they both are in lower health, I think I'll just let them both faint and then safely switch out. At least we were able to take one of the TemTems down. There we go. It knocked out Saku as well, which means I actually lost the experience for that TemTem. That's alright. Ooh, she has a Shuin, which we will be able to catch pretty soon. It is quite rare, but it is part crystal and part water. If you are looking out for a pretty good water TemTem, I think this one is it. Either way, my focus would be just on Gazuma. I mean, at this point, the only strategy that has worked with these double battles is by teaming up on a single TemTem. So that is what I will try my best right here. Unfortunately, Kazuma did go down. But her Kazuma goes down as well. I am just gonna go ahead and bring out Tentel at this point. I think this battle went way better than what I expected it to. I mean, we are down to our last two TemTems, but at least I was able to maintain these two. And there we go. We have defeated this Dojo Master. Definitely one of the toughest battles, but I think it's expected at this point. After all the other Dojo battles were as difficult as this one. Finally, Yarani is convinced that we are not the same person who actually destroyed the city. So she is willing to watch for us, which is pretty nice. I mean, I was really afraid that we would have even more trouble, but thankfully that's not the case. She does introduce us to Captain Collie and says that we are not the culprit and he should just let us be. She also advises to go ahead and try to help us with rescuing the airship as well. Either way, this was pretty good. I mean, at least our issues are resolved. I mean, we still have quite a few stuff to address, especially the health of the people who are still waiting for us back in corrupted Badlands, as well as the airship itself. I'm hoping that all of these will be cleared. We also have quite a few tasks to complete. I believe we saw quite a few question marks. We have one-eyed Mathav that we have to rescue as he did get himself into trouble. Let's see how much we can actually complete. Now, I don't think I'll be picking up much in this episode. After all, my main focus was just to go ahead and defeat the Dojo Master. But now that we have defeated her, a lot of pathways have opened up. Most of these would require us to backtrack all the way back to where our airship was, which is going to be definitely difficult, but worth it considering that we'll be moving forward with the storyline. There's a pattern in which we can actually complete these tasks. Now you can definitely go ahead and just follow the storyline, but that would require you to go back and forth multiple times. even more than what is required. So I'll definitely go ahead and show the way around this so that you can actually limit the number of times you run around. The first thing I did was get the medical supplies from the temporium, which is required. The next thing I'm going to do is run around here to a certain path. We have a request right here in this house where we have to talk to the guild master to fix our airship. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't talk to us yet as he wants all of these issues to be resolved. But the guild master here will actually talk to us and say that she will be able to repair. But we have to somehow find a pathway, a new tunnel or a shortcut for their people to kind of reach the place. She does talk to us about a secret temple tunnel. I bet we'll be able to explore it at some point. Apparently there is a gate that we have to open up. But other than that, there is one more request, that is to go ahead and rescue one-eyed Mathav, who is now arrested in our place. He's right here. Thankfully, we can let him know that all of these issues will be resolved soon. Unfortunately, Captain Collie here wants us to resolve an issue of his own before he will actually let our captain go. He talks about someone who is stuck in the reservoir that we have seen before. So I guess that is all for now, other than just going to a random restaurant where we have to find a clue for this person. So the quest for Captain Collie is that one of his colleagues has been lost. She has been kind of in trouble with the scavengers in the outland. So he needs us to kind of rescue her or get some help to her before he let us, or in this case, let one-eyed Mathav go. First of all, he asks us to stop by here. Now she actually has our surfboard, the one that we lost. Unfortunately, she is not ready to give it to us for free. She asks us for a certain TemTem, which thankfully I do have. Let me quickly go ahead and add it to my team right here. There we go. We do have to exchange this TemTem for our surfboard. In case if you do not have this TemTem yet, go ahead and head outside, catch the TemTem, which you'll be able to find in Amethyst Barrens. I believe that is the name. And get back here to get your surfboard. Unfortunately, you will not be able to immediately use these surfboards as they're not toxic proof. So they'll just melt away if you try to swim with them or surf with them. We do have to go ahead and find Sergey, who we have seen before in Corrupted Badlands, and go from there. Definitely we do have a lot of stuff on our hands. We have the medical supply, we have resolving Captain Collie's issues, we have to rescue on one-eyed Mathav, we have to fix our surfboard, we have to also rescue someone from the prison. So that's a lot of things to do. I think I'll go ahead and pick up all of these stuff in the next episode and see how much we can actually complete. Either way, hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it does help me a lot. If you would like to support me more on Patreon or Ko-fi, check out the links in my description, and I'll see you all in the next one.